Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the world of cryptocurrency, and we're doing it completely jargon-free. Seriously, if you've ever felt like digital finance is just locked behind this massive wall of confusing terminology, well, this explainer is basically your master key. Let's unlock it. Today's explainer is directly adapting this fantastic, super comprehensive guide called Your First Crypto Wallet. It was published by the War Library, and it's a resource specifically designed to make digital finance accessible to absolutely everyone. I mean, regardless of your educational background, where you live, or your financial status. We're taking their core lessons and turning the whole shebang into the ultimate visual roadmap for you today.
So I want to start by having you imagine something. Just picture carrying a bank account right in your pocket that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It literally never closes. You can send money anywhere in the world within minutes, and you don't have to ask a single person for permission. Pretty wild, right? But before you can wield this incredible power, you need one crucial thing: a crypto wallet.
Now, here is the great irony about all of this. A crypto wallet doesn't actually hold your money. Instead, I want you to think of it more like a keychain. It stores the digital keys that prove you own specific assets recorded out there on the blockchain. Your actual cryptocurrency, it always remains on the blockchain. The wallet simply stores the credentials that give you control over it. Okay, so let's dive right into our roadmap for today. We've got unlocking the digital vault, choosing your crypto wallet, setup and ultimate security, sending and receiving safely, and finally, surviving the scams. Starting off with Section 1, unlocking the digital vault, the core metaphor. Look at the stark contrast we have here. In a traditional bank, the institution manages your money. They verify your identity, and they control your access. If you happen to lose your debit card, well, the bank provides a safety net and just gets you a new one. But in the blockchain vault, there is no central bank. The blockchain itself holds the assets, and you hold the keys. Now, this gives you ultimate financial freedom and direct control, which is awesome, but it also means you assume ultimate responsibility.
To actually interact with this vault, every single wallet relies on 3 essential parts. First up is the public key. This is kind of like your bank account number. It's totally safe to share openly. Second is the wallet address. This is basically just a shorter, much more easily shareable version of that public key. It functions almost like an email address that you'd give people so they can pay you. But the third part, this is the big one, the private key. This acts like your ATM PIN or your master password. Anyone, and I mean anyone, who has your private key controls your cryptocurrency. You must never, ever share it. Moving on to Section 2, choosing your crypto wallet, hot versus cold.
You know, just like physical wallets, different users have entirely different needs, ranging from your daily spenders all the way to long-term holders. The main trade-off you really have to consider here is hot versus cold. Hot wallets are connected to the internet. Think mobile apps or browser extensions. They are incredibly convenient, fast, and super beginner-friendly, making them perfect for daily use. But because they're online, they naturally carry more security risks. Cold wallets, on the other hand, are offline physical devices, kind of like a specialized USB drive. They offer superior, hack-resistant security because the keys literally never touch the internet, which makes them absolutely ideal for long-term holding. Let's get into Section 3, Setup and Ultimate Security, the high-stakes moment. When you set up a wallet, you effectively become the bank manager. And mistakes made here, yeah, they are often permanent. The software is going to generate a 12 to 24-word seed phrase, which is also known as a recovery phrase. So the absolute golden rule to remember is this: whoever controls the recovery phrase controls the wallet. That phrase is the ultimate key. There's actually a famous saying in the crypto community: not your keys, not your coins. Honestly, no password can stop someone if they have this phrase, and absolutely no customer support can reverse it. Now, this brings us to a very realistic, honestly kind of high-anxiety scenario that terrifies a lot of beginners. Imagine you have, say, $5,000 in crypto sitting on your mobile wallet, and oops, you drop your phone into a rushing river. It is completely gone. What on earth happens to your money? Well, here is the absolute magic of the blockchain. Without your seed phrase, yes, unfortunately, those funds are gone forever. But with your seed phrase, you know, those mathematically linked words like apple, river, forest, clock. You simply install a wallet app on a brand new phone, type those words in, and boom, your access is completely restored. It's like magic. This is exactly why experienced users treat their seed phrases like absolute treasure. They're writing them down on physical paper or even etching them onto metal plates and storing them in super secure vaults. All right, section 4, sending and receiving safely. Your first transaction.
The thrill of instant global transfers is just amazing. Imagine Chinedu in Nigeria, wanting to send funds to his sister Ada in Kenya. With crypto, he doesn't need to wait days for a bank to process it or pay massive intermediary fees. He just enters her wallet address and she receives the funds directly in minutes. It's a real game changer. But because there is no bank to reverse the transaction if you happen to make a typo, you absolutely must develop the test first, send later habit. If you're sending a large amount, first just send a tiny test amount, maybe like $5. Wait to confirm it arrives successfully on the correct network. Then, and only after you've confirmed that, do you send the remaining large balance. Seriously, this one simple habit will save you from catastrophic, irreversible mistakes.
And finally, section 5, surviving the scams, the wilds of the blockchain. You know, out in the blockchain wilds, most scammers actually don't use advanced computer hacking. Instead, they hack your emotions. They target beginners by exploiting greed, fear, and FOMO, the fear of missing out. You've really got to watch out for things like promises of guaranteed profits, fake airdrops demanding you connect your wallet, and any sort of high-pressure urgency. But the biggest one to watch out for? Fake customer support. I want to reiterate this super strongly. Legitimate support will never, ever ask for your recovery phrase. If someone asks for it, they are a scammer. Period. End of story. A lot of people think their Bitcoin or their Ethereum is their most valuable asset. Actually, scratch that. It's really not. Your most valuable asset in crypto is your ability to make informed decisions. A well-educated user who slows down, verifies addresses, and just ignores the emotional hype, they are far, far harder to scam. Your knowledge compounds over time, exactly like your investments do. So, to summarize our whole zero to hero journey today, here are the daily habits you'll need to protect your digital wealth over the long term. First, keep your recovery phrases strictly offline. Second, really consider using multiple wallets, maybe a hot wallet for your daily spending and a hardware cold wallet for your savings. Always, always double-check your network compatibility before hitting send. And finally, never act on FOMO. Discipline and patience are without a doubt your absolute strongest shields. We'll end off with this really provocative thought from the guide. Web3 is evolving incredibly fast. Very soon, your crypto wallet isn't just going to hold digital money. It could act as your digital passport, the deed to your virtual or even physical property, and maybe even your very identity on the decentralized web. The power is shifting directly into your hands. So the big question is, now that you have the knowledge, will you be ready to protect the keys? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Stay safe, stay secure, and keep learning.